friends, welcome back to the Casual Foodist. I'm Brianna, and today I've got a dinner recipe for you that checks all the boxes. This dinner is quick, it's healthy, uses only a handful of ingredients, and it's ready in just about 15 minutes. This dinner is perfect for those busy weeknights. Today we are making smoky maple mustard salmon. Let's get started. As I mentioned, this recipe only uses a handful of ingredients. We've got 4 ingredients, or 6 if you're counting salt and pepper. So obviously for a salmon recipe, we're going to need some salmon, and I like getting these little pre-packaged salmon fillets from in the freezer section of my grocery store. Next, we're going to need 3 tablespoons of whole grain or Dijon mustard. I like using whole grain mustard for a little bit of a textural contrast, but use whatever you like. And for a little bit of sweetness, we've got 2 tablespoons of pure maple syrup, and we've got 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and I think this just adds so much flavor to this salmon recipe. And no dinner recipe would be complete without a little bit of salt and pepper, and I've got 1/4 of a teaspoon each of kosher salt and ground black pepper here. I'm going to prepare our maple mustard glaze right in this dish. To our whole grain mustard, I'm going to add in our 2 tablespoons of pure maple syrup. Our 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika. And this gives it almost a barbecue-like flavor. And then our salt and pepper. And then just using a fork, I'm just going to mix this all together until it is nice and combined. And this is already smelling fantastic. And we are all done there. You can see how quick and easy that was. So I've got 4 salmon fillets here on a baking sheet, and I've got my baking sheet lined with a silicone baking mat. This is going to get a little sticky. You can also use aluminum foil if that's what you've got. And when you are choosing salmon fillets at the grocery store, I highly recommend that you go for a wild caught salmon. It's going to have a much better flavor, and it's pretty widely available in most grocery stores. So we've already made our glaze, and all that's left to do is put the glaze on the salmon. And we are just going to take our glaze and brush this right onto our salmon here. And you want to make sure that you get a pretty good coating on the top. I think this glaze would also be good for chicken, pork, or even beef. It's got such a great flavor. It's really versatile. All right, our salmon fillets are all ready for the oven, and I've got our oven preheated at 450 degrees. And these are only going to take 12 minutes. And while these are cooking, you can go ahead and prepare your other sides. All right, so our salmon is all done, and I am just going to bring this fillet over to my plate. And voila, our dinner is all done. Aside from the salmon, which is a little bit smoky, a little bit sweet, a little bit tangy from that Dijon mustard, I've got some mashed sweet potatoes and then just a little bit of green beans with butter, salt, and pepper. Super quick, super easy meal for those busy weeknights. Enjoy. You can find a link to the full recipe below or at casualfoodist.com. And be sure to like this video and subscribe to the Casual Foodist for more recipes like this.